Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Funnel Hacker TV. We're so excited to have you guys. We have a show today. We have a special guest that you do not want to miss. Something is happening tomorrow that you definitely want to be on top of. So we're going to drop all the news on all this stuff. Let's roll the intro. Let's get into it.
We are part of an underground group of entrepreneurs that you've probably never even heard of before. We are funnel hackers, and these are our stories.
What's up, everybody? Welcome, Funnel Hacker TV. I'm Susan Leonardson. This over here is
Ben Moot. Nice to have you.
We have a fun episode today, so I can't wait for all of this to start. Okay, what we have happening today is we've got funnel forecast coming up. We've got some things to share with you on that, and then we will have. We're going to talk a lot of FHL stuff today. So we got FHL news coming up. We have a special guest who we will intro in just a moment. And we have another thing to show you too. We got another surprise. And then we have water cooler moments coming up. This is where we're going to get into a lot of fun stuff with our guest because this particular person gets to literally be at the water cooler. And then are we doing a funnel hacking with Ben today?
Yeah,
we're going to do a funnel hacking with Ben today, whether he knows it or not, since he put me on the spot last time. Okay. So Ben, do you want to introduce our guest? Oh,
yes,
wait, no,
absolutely.
hold on. I screwed up.
We
got to back up. You guys, you got to make sure that you are subscribed to our notifications so that you know when we have fun episodes like this. Make sure you've texted FHTV to the phone number at the bottom. It's 208-231-3797. And you can go and subscribe to the email, like recap emails that get sent out at FunnelHackerTV. Okay. Now we can introduce our guest.
Now we can introduce this. Today's guest, guys, is really, really cool. So I don't know how many of you guys, when you guys are here, let us know in the chat that you're here, but also let us know, like, how long have you guys been following ClickFunnels? Because I remember when this person came onto ClickFunnels and like he just brought this ball of energy. He was always on, he was always running, he was always having an absolute blast in everything that he did. When I was able to become like kind of behind the scenes and kind of see how everything was working about a year ago, like he would walk in the room and be like, no, and he would be the exact same way, same energy, same everything. He used to run, used to be a part of the affiliate program, and then he moved over, and now he runs events. And so we thought, how cool would it be if we were able to like talk about how Funnel Hacking Live is actually being put together piece by piece with the man who's in charge of doing it. So you guys, if you guys are cool, if you guys have not guessed it yet, let's bring him onto the stage. Welcome everybody to Funnel Hacker TV. Miles Clifford, hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? I mean, appreciate the hype. I don't know if I'm going to live up to that on this live stream, but excited to be here and talk all things Funnel Hacking Live because it's only 20 days away, which I can't believe. I feel like every year we get home like, man, we got 365 days till the next one, and then all of a sudden it's here again. We're like, it's time to do this again. And we love it. It's the best. It's my favorite week of the year. It's my favorite and my least favorite at the same time. It's so much fun and also crazy at the same time.
It's utter madness. It's organized madness, and it's organized madness because Miles steps in and makes it that way. But it is crazy.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm excited for this episode, and let's jump into this.
Okay. All right. So we are going to get into a ton of FHL stuff, FHL information. We're going to ask Miles a bunch of questions. But first, we got to let you know that there's a few things happening. There's one thing happening tomorrow.
Yeah, let's forecast.
So let's go. Yeah, let's get into our funnel forecast. And so how many of you know who Steve Larson is? Let us know in the comments. Do shout out Steve. But he's actually going to be doing a special class. I don't know what the official term. Yeah, masterclass. There it is. Okay. Telling his story. I mean, I think a lot of us know his story, but a lot of you never heard this story before. But he actually couldn't afford to go to FHL the first year that he went, but he still found a way. So this is called the How Can I Afford This Masterclass. And Steve is going to share his story about what he did so that he could make sure he was there, make sure he was at the event, in the building. And he's going to share his story, and he's going to share how you could do the same. Basically, here's what I did. And if you want to go and do this, if you got the motivation and the passion to do it, you can do it too. So that's tomorrow at, I think 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and say 5 p.m. Central. We've now hit all the time zones in the States. So make sure you go register for that. You have the link for that, Ben, that you're dropping?
Yes,
in?
I do. I'm going to go drop it in here really quick. Yes, Christopher. Exactly. All right. So if you guys are on the Facebook page, I'm dropping it over here for you guys. If you're in the group, let me know if you guys don't see it. It goes to funnelhackinglive.com/how can I afford this? And so if you guys go over there, you're going to be able to watch. And this is cool. So like, was it 2018? I think it was the last time that Steve did this. He went and just kind of hung out on the stage, if I remember right, Miles. He went and sat on the stage. He went live at the time for like 3.5 hours talking through all of this. And it was just utter craziness. And so Russell was like, it'd be cool if we could have Steve do this again. Maybe a little less time than 3.5 hours. Like condense this perchance. So Steve is coming back, and it's really, really cool. And it's cool, like how he's wanting to do it. Like Miles, we were talking about how he wants to do it, and you're ready to like get him up on stage and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to, he can. But I think he's actually doing just kind of similar to the same thing, a little more intimate, talking right into the camera. I remember when he did it, like you said, 2018. Just man, so cool. And we saw a lot of people take what he taught and apply it and get themselves a Funnel Hacking Live, which was super cool to see. And I mean, Funnel Hacking Live is amazing. We've seen people's lives, businesses, partnerships, relationships change because of what they've heard and done at Funnel Hacking Live. So that's what we're trying to do, is help as many people get there as possible. Yep,
absolutely. And the thing is, like, the goal of this is a lot of us sit there and say, well, I can't. We let those excuses stop us. We're going to have more discussion today about excuses because there's some cool stuff that's dropped. Who here saw the excuses campaign? If you guys saw it, let us know, because I freaked out. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I actually have a family member that's in it. So it was just cool. But we'll go ahead and showcase that here in a little bit. Let us know if you guys saw it. If you didn't, let us know you didn't see it. We'll show it to you. And so there's some cool stuff there. But tomorrow, make sure that you guys get registered. Link is in the comments. You do not want to miss that one. That's going to be really, really cool. It's the last time this happened was 5 years ago. So might be valuable today. I want to jump on.
Fun.
Cool.
Awesome.
One other thing that's on the forecast. If I can jump in here real quick. Have any of you guys like been listening to Russell's podcast like religiously? I don't know about you guys, but like every time the podcast comes out, I'm like, oh, drop it all. Gotta listen. This last podcast from last week is about getting it done. It's the hacks that he's doing in order to be able to make it work. So if you guys haven't listened to this podcast yet, he actually talks about everything we're trying to fit in pre-Funnel Hacking Live, including how he's brainstorming for his presentations. And so if you want a hint on what the presentations are about, if you want to be able to see how we have so many balls in the air right now, we're making sure that they're all caught and taken care of, definitely go in and listen to this podcast. It is absolutely spectacular. And in tomorrow's podcast, I may have been able to listen. You definitely want to stay tuned, because he's going to start leaning into a couple of things that you guys are going to be seeing, including talking about the strategy behind what's happening tomorrow with Steve. So guys, if you want to be able to understand how this all works, how all the pieces work, definitely go listen to the podcast today. Listen in tomorrow. There's some really good stuff there. And it's all gold. Cool.
Amazing. Okay. All right. Now we're going to get into some FHL news. We like Miles said at the beginning, we have 20 days until Funnel Hacking Live. And I know that you guys are going nuts behind the scenes, getting everything ready to go. But we have something that we want to show you. Last Funnel Hacker TV, we had a trailer that we showed you guys. It was fun. It's just fun to see these. They're like are reminders for those of us that have been of like, I totally remember that moment. I know that person. But also if you haven't been, these little trailers give you like a little bit of a glimpse of what it's like to be there. And we're not just trying to sell you stuff. We want you to experience this. We want you to be there with us and have these epiphanies and these amazing conversations. So we have another trailer we're going to show. Let's go ahead and do that now.
Yeah.
Funnel Hacking Live is life-changing. is the Super Bowl of marketing events.
It's wild, epic,
Inspirational.
transformational,
Transformation. Every campaign
absolutely transformational.
I'm going to show you the magic trick that's made me all of my money.
Freedom.
Passion breakthrough.
Literally the greatest event ever.
It's going to allow you to predict the future.
Your chance to live your best life as soon as possible.
Oh, I love those.
Oh my gosh, we have.
Yeah, go for
No,
it.
sorry, I was gonna say we have Jason in the comments. He's like, I got my tickets, guys. If you have your tickets, let us know. Or if you're like, I still need to get my ticket, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we've got our booth set up. Like we're gonna have a booth set up, so we're gonna be looking for you guys as you guys are coming in. We're really excited to be able to see you, be able to celebrate with you, be able to chat with you guys. We're gonna be going around and like recording little things. So if you want to be featured on Funnel Hacker TV, watch out for us. If you don't, feel free to say hello all the same. Like we're not there only to throw you onto Funnel Hacker TV. We'd love to chat. So, couple other things. Like, do you guys don't recognize how little 20 days are? Like 20 days is ridiculously small. There's so much that's happening on the team and on the back end. Tim Pitt's got a ticket. Yes. Like there is so much that's happening in this small window. And so here's the big thing. If you have not gotten your ticket yet, these next 20 days are a very small hinge on which big doors can open. And so my suggestion is go and grab your tickets. If you have not, go to funnelhackinglive.com, grab those tickets because there's some good stuff. With all that said, let's talk about like what happens behind the scenes right now preparing for Funnel Hacking Live. Shall we talk about the water cooler for a minute? I don't know if you guys are able to see this, but back behind Miles, there is a real water cooler. We have a ClickFunnels water cooler right there. So let's talk about water cooler moment. In the water cooler, we get to be able to chat how it's going, what's up, and seeing as Miles is literally right next to it. Dude, what is going on right now in preparation for Funnel Hacking Live? Like what balls do you have in the air that you're trying to catch and organize?
So there's a lot. Obviously, you know, one of the things right now is we're kind of fine tuning the schedule. And I don't think people realize how much the schedule shifts and changes. For the most part, we have everything dialed in. I say it's like 90, 95%. And then those last 20, 25 days is where things start to shift. And have you guys announced the newest speaker? Perry Belcher?
No.
Okay, well, I just spilled the beans. So, I mean, if you go to the funnelhackinglive.com funnel, he's on there. So Russell last minute was like, you know what Perry's doing is absolutely incredible. I hope I didn't ruin your next episode, by the way.
No, you're good.
I did. Look at that. I already ruined it. But Russell's like, look, everything he's doing is absolutely amazing. Like, let's add him to the lineup. And so with that last minute change, just shifting the schedule around, making sure everything still works, because a lot of those things we've submitted to the hotel, like when things are taking place and with the AV team, some of those things have to shift. And so a lot of that's just been really fine tuning that schedule and making sure like you guys are going to get literally the greatest experience day in, day out, all 3.5 days. So there he is right there, Perry Belcher. He came out to one of Russell's events at Pirates Cove and just blew everybody away. And Russell's like, I need him at Funnel Hacking Live. And so that's been some of it. I mean, we can get into all the other things right now. We're packing up the pallets, getting ready to ship them down. I don't think people realize how many pallets we send. Last year was 32 pallets. So it was a full truck of just our stuff. And that's just stuff we give away, like swag and things like that. This year is a little less, which, you know, thank heavens, but it's still a full truck. I mean, it's 20 some odd pallets going down. And so there's that, making sure everything's on there, making sure everything looks good. You know, just, yeah, there's so much that goes into it. Russell swags you guys out while you're there. Like, I mean, name an event that gives you that many t-shirts. Like if you've never been to Funnel Hacking Live, we highly recommend bringing an extra bag that has a little extra space, because you're going to need that for all the free stuff you get while you're there.
You're gonna want like this was last year's. I don't know. It's like one of those concert shirts.
So anyone who bought a ticket to this year's Funnel Hacking Live got that shirt at last year's event.
That's right.
So
I had to.
I mean, I feel like Russell finds every opportunity just to give a shirt away. He's like, you know what? We can give a shirt away here. We can give a shirt away here. We can give a shirt away there. I mean, yeah, we'll refill your whole wardrobe with t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
When you I got to be honest, when you just said like, oh, this year there's a little bit less when you're talking about the pallets, and I'm like, no, don't be less. I want it all. Give me all the swag. So hopefully it's not less swag.
No, that's because we package things differently, and some of the stuff that we shipped down last year, we left it there because we knew we were coming back to the same place, Orlando World Center. So that's the only reason for that. In fact, I think you guys get more swag this year than you did last year. There might even be socks. I'm not maybe foreshadowing something. You might even get a pair of socks at this year's.
So
we want to dress you from head to toe. Oh, and there may be a hat. I don't know. Maybe I'm sharing too much. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. We haven't given out hats at Funnel Hacking Live ever. And I know that because I've gotten every swag every single time I've been there. Because that's like requisite. Yeah. I have like one pitch of something that I want as a swag option. And I'm going to send you the link afterwards. I'm like, yeah, just add one more thing over to Miles. But I think
it's probably not going to make the palette, but tell me anyway.
No, but it's so cool. So like, yeah, I'll tell you afterwards because it's okay. Cool. But yeah, it'd be so cool. I like my wife was over here sitting around like, honey, what do you think about these? Like, I wonder if I just buy it and like give it out to everybody who's like, everyone who's just like staff. And she's like, oh, honey. So it's gonna be fun. Like, guys, there's so much that's happening in preparation for Funnel Hacking Live. Is my video choppy?
Just a little bit, but you're back to normal.
Okay. All right then. So we got all these different things that we have throwing up in the air. I'm going to talk a little about the stuff that's being prepared on the ClickFunnels software side at the very end, because there's some really cool stuff that we're organizing here for you. But like, of all the speakers that we have lined up now, because we just introduced that we have Perry coming.
Yep.
What speakers are you really most excited for, Miles? Because I mean, you do the speaker outreach. You make sure that everything is working out. Where contracts are needed, you do the contracts. You work with the teams. You do all that. Andy Grammer, you had that full-on discussion.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're asking me to pick my favorite child. Like here's pictures my kids made me. You're literally asking me to pick my favorite child. I know Russell puts a lot of thought, time, and effort into curating this event and the speakers. And so, I mean, honestly, we could go through every single speaker and say what we're excited about for them. I think one unique thing is usually every year, Russell's the only presenter. Russell and Todd are the only presenters that actually have multiple presentations from stage. But this year, there's Russell, there's Todd, Garrett J. White is presenting twice, and so is Nehemiah Davis. And so super excited about that. We have Satema just bringing the fire with Eric Thomas. We have Jocko. I mean, those are just like, some pretty big names that I'm super excited for. We have Kaylin and McCall Jones and Kevin Anson during our Attractive Character Power Hour. Like, it's going to be amazing. And then Andy Grammer, like a private concert and like just for you guys. And, he's going to be doing some other cool things, interjecting some, motivational stuff. But I'll tell you what, Andy Grammer, it's a full-on concert because I don't know if you guys been to Funnel Hacking Live, you've seen the AV that we have there. Like, I've never seen another marketing event have that kind of setup. We had to up it even more this year just to accommodate what Andy Grammer wanted to do for us. So I mean, it's a full-fledged concert. It's gonna rock.
Are they gonna let us like pull out like full-on fireballs coming out of the stage? Is that a thing?
Well, I mean, we run into fire marshal issues there, so that's no. But I mean, the sound system's been upgraded, the lasers, the lights, the hazing, everything's been taken to that next level, which I always thought was pretty high to begin with. But
yeah, no, absolutely,
so it's going to be fun.
So like, I have to ask the name of the DJ. Like, we get the same DJ every single year, and I like go try to find like Spotify, like what his playlist is, like, because I just want to keep this stuff. Like, it's just gold.
Well, we can find that and give that to you. He's the man. In fact, he knows, he gets us on his calendar right off the bat as soon as we wrap up, and he's amazing. He just sends us a PayPal invoice, and I can't tell you how many people are just like, hey, what's this playlist? I'm like, I don't know. All I know is I like it. And so he's the best DJ.
It's some good stuff.
Ben froze.
Oh, he did freeze. Good catch. Okay. So Ben Hardy. Back. Yeah, now he's back. I was going to say Ben Hardy is one of our speakers. He was there this last year, right? Or am I mixing up events?
Wasn't. So he went to Mastermind Paradise.
That's what it was.
He did a presentation there that I think blew everyone's mind. And I think between Atlas, Category Kings, Inner Circle, 2 CCX, all we heard people talking about was that presentation for the next couple months. And so obviously, like, he had to be on the Funnel Hacking Live stage. He's going to do a presentation very similar to that. And he's got a special gift for everybody that's in attendance. Ben Hardy and his team are amazing to work with, and just the way he delivers content, information, and is just, he's one of the best.
No.
Yeah, I was in Mastermind in Paradise, and did they give a book, or there's been so many things that I've been doing this year. I can't remember if we got a book there or if I went and ordered it like immediately, but I've been consuming the 10x is greater than 2x book, and it's so good.
Yeah, like I think that was the time. So it was the very first printing that was possible. Like, he went and got that printing out for everybody, and like he had to work some magic in order to get it to everybody's hands and get it across borders. Get it in Mexico.
Yeah, so he did deliver it to us in Mexico. Yeah, okay.
He did, yes. It was very hard to get it to the venue. It took a lot of different people doing a lot of different things to get it to the venue to get out to everybody. But it was a fun story looking back on it.
Okay, let's talk. Are we ready to talk schedule, Ben? I see you eyeing your points there.
Yeah.
So in my experience, the FHL schedule is like from a participant, not from a employee. From a participant, it's because we get a lot of these questions. They're popping up in the community right now of like, oh, what's the schedule going to be? And there really isn't. There's like a show up time, and we generally know that the days are long. There isn't really a schedule that gets published ahead of time. Am I mistaken on that? You want to just talk about that for a minute, Miles, of why that is and what people can expect?
Yeah. So, I mean, they're going to get a high level overview schedule. So if you go to FunnelHackingLive.com, you can see who's speaking on each day. Like you said, we don't really tell you when and how long they're speaking for. And, you know, one of the reasons for that is people tend to say, I want to hear him, but I don't want to hear her. Or I want to hear her and I don't want to hear him. And, you know, you never know which presentation is going to change your life. You don't know what presentation is going to hit, you know, strike a chord in you, and all of a sudden you're changing your business to 10x it. So we kind of take, well, I don't want to say we take away your ability to choose which presentation you're going to, but we want you in that room to experience. Like Russell and Todd put so much time into curating this and making this the best event, you know, for all of our attendees. And so we want you to experience that from beginning to end. And that's kind of the reasoning behind it.
Like, I mean, he's taking the best of the entire year, like everything that he's learning and putting together and consolidating it and organizing it in a way that's going to be best for you guys. And I can't tell you how many times, like, it's so cool, like being in the office every once in a while, because Russell will sit you down, like you'll come out, you'll be like, I want to talk Funnel Hacking Live. And he's like, all right, let's sit down at the table. And he's like, and it's just full on, how do we give you the best experience, guys? This is all about you. It's all about, well, who would actually fit this? Is this person actually the best person for it? And like everything is rethought through, reorganized. Like it's all about you. It's all about getting that right fit. And so get in the room. Amen, Justin. Like it's so powerful to be there and to be present. So what's the best way for people to prepare for Funnel Hacking Live? Like what have you suggested in the past? Because I know you've dropped a couple of videos in the past. Like this is how you prepare for Funnel Hacking Live. What do you recommend?
Well, so those videos are coming out over the next, starting next week. So you will be getting those. They'll be posted in the Funnel Hacking Live Facebook group as well. But, one of the things is just first, make sure you have your ticket. That's number one. We will sell out and we don't want you missing out because you waited too long. So go to FunnelHackingLive.com, grab your ticket. Second is book your room. So once you buy your ticket, you'll get an email that gets you access to the Facebook group, also gives you the room block link. So we have a discounted room block at the Orlando World Center. That too is about to sell out. Like that room block is almost full.
I'm surprised.
We had to go back to the hotel a couple different times and get more rooms.
There we go.
We've already asked for extra room. So we're very close to running out. And then I think just making sure, like if you're going, take care of the things at home. If you have pets, find a pet sitter. You have babies, kids, find kid sitters. If you have, a job, take PTO, like do the things you need to get to Funnel Hacking Live and take care of some of those affairs at home and get them in order. So that way you don't have to worry about them, or, we want you focused while you're here. Like not just focus on what's happening in the room, but also focusing on networking and building relationships, new JV partnerships, potential new business partnerships, new friendships. Like we want you taking full advantage of these 3.5 days in Orlando, Florida, and not worrying about the stuff at home.
What do we do if someone has an excuse, Miles?
Well, if someone needs an excuse, maybe that's what you're asking. If someone needs an excuse, I think, well, what can they do, Ben?
I think they could watch a small ad that Russell prepared for them this week.
Are we watching that today? I think we
should watch it. I think we should watch it.
Cue it up.
Let's watch it. Here we go.
You want to go to Funnel Hacking Live to get inspired by some of the world's greatest marketers and meet thousands of like-minded people. But you're not sure what's going to come up during the dates between September 27th and the 30th. Or maybe you already committed to something really stupid, like camping. But don't fear, because here at ClickFunnels, we came up with our greatest hack yet. Introducing the ClickFunnels official Get Out of Obligation service. So here's how it works. All you gotta do is buy a ticket to Funnel Hacking Live anywhere between these dates. Then email your conflict to fhlexcuses@gmail.com. And then me and my team of excuse experts here will make you a custom video recording to get you out of even your most inflexible commitments. So here's a small sample of our work. Hey, what's up, Todd? I'm sorry, Gina's not gonna be able to make it to your date because she's got a date with Destiny at this year's Funnel Hacking Live. I'm so sorry. Don't give up. Maybe next year. Hey, Steph, just want to let you know that Mike's aunt's second cousin's mom's brother-in-law's favorite software company is having their birthday on September 27th, the same day as yours. So I'm not going to be able to make it, but I want to wish you a happy birthday. I hope you enjoy the bounce house. Hey, sorry, Mike. Susan's got diarrhea. So remember, there's no excuse for missing Funnel Hacking Live, because here at ClickFunnels, we already have an excuse for you.
It's so good.
Okay, we really need to get the ClickFunnels staff using a different name for all of their generic women.
It's Susan every single time.
Ambassadors are guilty of this as well. But that's hilarious. That's such a good ad. Well done.
Okay, so if you need any excuse, you guys are right next door to Disney World. I mean, hello. I mean, yeah, bring the family. I'm sorry, honey. We have to change the dates for what we do this year because we need to take the family to Disney World, and you guys can go and enjoy yourselves. I just have to be at this event for a couple of days, but we will definitely party and have an absolute great time, and I can't wait to spend time with you guys. Hello. Super awesome. Great excuse.
There's a water park at the hotel. Just bring your family with you. Make sure you have an adult to watch your kids, and then they can just hang out at the water park while you're in the room.
Yeah, what is that hotel again, Miles?
The Orlando World Center Marriott. It's got a massive pool, like Susan mentioned, a water park. It's got a beautiful golf course. It's right down the road from Disney World, Universal Studios. Bring the whole family. You just skip out on a couple days, hang out with us for 3.5 of them, and the rest of your family can enjoy, or whoever else can enjoy the wonderful things Orlando has to offer.
Absolutely. There's so much stuff going on, guys. And if you are to Comic Club X, or if you are Inner Circle, you need to be there. And my suggestion is get there as early as possible. You should be there Tuesday. You should be there registered Tuesday. You need to be there because we absolutely love you. And there's always something special going on. So make sure that you guys are there early as possible. When you get your ticket, you will know, because there's some great stuff.
There is. I'm excited for what they have in store for them. That's going to be a great time for those guys.
It's going to be so cool. All right. Miles, is there anything else that we should tell people in order to help them get a ticket to Funnel Hacking Live?
I mean, let's just make sure everybody knows the dates. The dates are the 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th this month. Like Ben mentioned, we recommend showing up on the 26th for registration. Opens usually early afternoon on the 26th. If you can't come in on the 26th, no problem. We have registration opening up early on the 27th. Doors open at around 11:30 to the general session. We're going to kick off at noon. And then Susan mentioned earlier, we go. We're going until late that night, closing it off with Jocko that evening. I mean, that's pretty exciting. Start back up the next morning, kicking things off at 9, go until 10 o'clock with Dan Kennedy that night. Next day, we're back at it at 9 again, go until 8 o'clock, I think, with an amazing presentation set with 6 awesome speakers. And then Saturday, we close it out with Andy Grammer. I mean, you can't beat that.
Hello. Absolutely, guys. If you have not gotten your tickets, go to funnelhackinglive.com and grab your tickets. Are you guys cool if I do a funnel hacking with Ben moment?
Yeah.
Can we talk for a second?
We'll do it.
Okay, so let's do funnel hacking with Ben. There have been some things that have been tasked out to the team that we've been really, really blessed and grateful to be able to see. And so I am doing some things on the back end in order to prepare for Funnel Hacking Live. There are changes coming to the software. There are changes coming to programs. There are changes coming to so much stuff. There are changes. And it is, I'm going to be honest, like Russell was like, hey, send me your list so I can prioritize what you need to get done today. Because that's where we're at. Like the list is forever long, and each day is like prioritizing. Okay, well, this piece is important. This piece is important. This piece is important. If you want a teaser about what is being prepared, go listen to the podcast that's dropping tomorrow. There are some really cool stuff that Russell has been mass doing in order to get this ready, and that as the software we've been preparing for and organizing. And there's some really amazing stuff that's dropping. One of the coolest things about being a funnel hacker is number one, being on the bus. It's really easy for us to look at other buses and go, you know, ClickFunnels 2.0, I absolutely love it, but that software does X, Y, Z. I just 2.0 isn't there yet. And so for all of those of you who have stuck around and have stayed on the bus and have kept going, I just wanted to say thank you because it's meant a lot. And it hasn't been easy in certain areas with the different things that we've waited for. Funnel Hacking Live is the place to be. I am freaking out with everything that's coming out. All the things that I talked to Susan about these. I'm like, Susan, I cannot wait for this. And she's like, well, what about this thing? Like, I need this one thing to be working right. And I'm like, okay. So I go back over to the team. We talk about it. It's good. And then they come back and I'm like, okay, Susan, that is on the priority list for Funnel Hacking Live. This is what's happening. Like, we're making sure that we get the really cool stuff, brand new stuff, and we get certain things working exactly the way you've been asking for them. If you are not at Funnel Hacking Live, you will not be on the bleeding edge. This is one of those moments where ClickFunnels pulls ahead once again and says, children, like you got to have fun playing the game for a little while, but we are here and we are taking over. So if you guys have stuck along, it's going to be a blast. If you guys are still watching because you love the training and at some point you're like, yeah, I might jump back onto the platform. When you come to Funnel Hacking Live, life is going to change. The world is going to change. And if you want to know what in the world that means, you need to get your ticket. I cannot tell you how much crunch time is happening between now and Funnel Hacking Live. It is literally funnel hacking. It is literal madhouse creation. Like Russell flew team members into the office like, okay, we need to recreate this membership area and this, and we need to do this. We need to organize this. Things are being created for you that are brand new. Things are being adjusted. Things are being on the software side. Like I'm talking to the software team every single day about things that they are organizing and getting done. I can't tell you how excited I am for Funnel Hacking Live for this to drop. I'm excited every year for Funnel Hacking Live. Funnel Hacking Live is the bee's knees. It's the place to be. There is no other place that you should be. If you are in any way interested in the marketing world, you need to be there, period. Doesn't matter if you never owned a ClickFunnels account, you need to be there. And you will come to understand why this is a movement that breathes life into businesses and lets those businesses change the lives of hundreds of thousands of people around them. There is a movement happening here. And with the tools that are coming out, and with the programs and the adjustments and the things, you need to be at Funnel Hacking Live in 20 days. So if you have not gotten your ticket, go to funnelhackinglive.com. Go grab your ticket. We've also tossed a link down in the chat. Make sure that you click on that. This is not a Funnel Hacking Live that's to be missed. You've seen Miles going and throwing all the crazy stuff. You've seen us talk about it all the time. You've seen all the bonuses, what everyone's willing to give to you just to get you there. Why? Because they know that the people who are in the room are the people who are changed. So my friends, if you do not have a ticket yet, go to funnelhackinglive.com. You need it. You need to be there. I honestly mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like there are years where it was difficult to get there. This is a year to be in the room. And if you're wondering what to do, maybe if you guys are interested, we'll do a Funnel Hacker TV where we talk about ways that you can like use Funnel Hacking Live. as a platform to help grow your business and things like that. If that's interesting to you guys, let us know in the comments. I know, Susan, you've been brainstorming a whole bunch of ideas like that over in Geek Out. Really cool stuff you're doing with Andrea Peer and with the whole team, with Dan Havey and everything. So guys, if you are not like involved, it's time to get involved. It's time to be on the bus, because the winds are changing. It's glorious. I'm so excited.
It's really exciting. Like, I'm like, there's still 20 days left. Why can't it be like tomorrow?
No, don't say that. Oh yeah.
I know, I'm not ready at all. We're not ready at all.
Oh, there's gonna be so much good stuff. And to be frank, like, these are the nights that people aren't sleeping. There's so much that is given, so that way when you get to Funnel Hacking Live, it changes everything. So we're investing in you, and we would love for you to come out and celebrate with us, and let us help change your business and let you touch more and more lives in more and more ways, easier and easier. And that's all I can leave it at, because it's going to be good.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think Miles had to take off, but big thank you for Miles for joining us. And if you guys just jumped in, go watch this whole thing. He was awesome. He answered a bunch of questions. We can't wait for Funnel Hacking Live. Go get your ticket so we can be there with you, and have a great weekend. And we will see you guys next week.
Yep. Don't forget tomorrow's event. Yes. Don't forget tomorrow.
The link's in the chat.
Yep. The link is in the chat. That's with Steve Larson. You're going to want to go and watch that. We will not go live beforehand in order to remind you. So make sure to go and jump on, because that's going to be spectacular. Get your tickets to Funnel Hacking Live. See you next time.
There are so many people walking around who don't know that they can change the world.
You were born to do something great with your life. As an entrepreneur, you're going to have painful experiences, but all pain is temporary. And if you can survive it, you will meet another version of yourself.
I was just numb. We were racking up credit cards. We stopped paying for our house. We literally were selling furniture out of our home.
I felt trapped and exhausted by my life, and I couldn't see a way out.
I felt like a shell of who I was made to be.
In life, you are most capable of helping the person you used to be. If you used to be broke, you can help broke people. If you used to be broken, you can help broken people.
It starts with you. You hear the call. You feel it. It's beating, it's pulsing. I'm made for something more.
We get scared.
And then fear hits us.
The little voices in the back of our head.
I'm not ready. I'm not worthy. The driven say, no, I'm going to do it. The driven are you guys here today.
More people are finding their breaking point and waking up.
I have a calling. Yesterday I realized I have to do this.
There's a soul here at ClickFunnels.
I felt like I had gone through the wardrobe of the Chronicles of Narnia, and I was just like, what is this magical place that makes billionaires?
I'm going to show you the magic trick that's made me all of my money.
My best-selling framework.
Start out closing if you're going to end up closing.
82% of customers trust influencers.
This better blow your mind and allow you to predict the future. People need aliveness and meaning again.
Who do you want to become? What do you want to felt and experience in this one precious life?
You wouldn't be able to tell, but I ran the New York Marathon when I was 19. Life happened and my mom passed away. One of my daughters had a traumatic brain injury, wasn't expected to live.
When you meet somebody that continues to push through adversity, that is the definition of an entrepreneur. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to sponsor you through this journey because everybody deserves an opportunity. What you do with it is up to you.
People feel a sense of belonging here.
It feels like home. It's so encouraging because if they can do it, so can I.
It starts with saying, hey, next year we're going to get that.
Russell has a way of teaching that makes success faster.
In my opinion, he's the best marketer who ever lived.
You find exactly what your business is missing.
It's going to amplify every campaign you do.
If you've been thinking there has to be a better way to do this than what you're being told, I'm here to tell you you're right.
People might say you're too young or you're too old or your body's not right or you didn't go to the right school. Then one day, they're telling people how they met you.
Funnel Hacking Live changed my entire life because now I know what I'm going to do next.
Your family's going to be blessed. Your legacy's going to be blessed. Movements are about to be birthed.
My story hopefully gave women permission.
If you believe me, stand to your feet.
You do not have to be great to get started, but you have got to start if you ever want to be great.